Hey guys, new Poppy Rain here, coming to you with a new video. Today's video is going to be about pull-ups and your period. So yesterday, if you watched my last diaper video, you will know that I wore a pull-up for the first day of my period, and I'm going to tell you how that went. This is only the second time doing it. The first time was a totally different experience. And this time I did every day. I was wearing one of these. I was wearing, well, not this exact one, but more or less this one. Same one, just obviously this one's not used. This is a large, extra large of the Walmart brand Good Nights. Pull-ups are good for periods. For the fact of it saves you from having to change every 5 minutes. Well, every, you know what I mean. Every however often you change. Which really for me just depends on how heavy my period is. Or if I'm at work, I don't get to change as much as if I'm home. Or when I'm out in public, I don't, you know what I mean? Because I use pads, not tampons. So if you use pads, if you're doing something where you're not going to be able to change, well, actually not necessarily, but if you're doing something where you're afraid you're going to leak, going on a long car ride, and you know you're not going to be able to change for long periods of time, I recommend pull-ups for that. You do not have to wear pads with pull-ups, obviously. The one thing I don't like about pull-ups, though, is when you get really hot and sweaty, they get really uncomfortable. Which I found yesterday, because when I get my period, I tend to get overheated really quick. It didn't help. I was wearing thick PJ pants, and I was under the comforter. I do not recommend, though, if you are someone who can fit in child pull-ups, I do not recommend children's pull-ups, because especially these ones, because I had the problem where, depending on how I was laying and how the pull-up was sitting, I was the whole side was getting, the leg guard was getting all covered and stuff. And you do have to be careful with these too. If you are going to leave one of these on for a while, because it's not good to leave any kind of pad or tampon or anything on for long periods of time. But with any pull-ups, I do recommend every bathroom to every other bathroom using whatever you use for wipes, whether it's baby wipes, or I prefer female wipes. These are from Dollar Tree. These are Mode's Basic Fresh Scent Feminine Cleaning Wipes. I don't really have a preference on any of the Dollar Tree ones. I like all the Dollar Tree ones. But I just prefer these, because these are specifically made for your female parts. It's supposed to help with pH balance. And for $1, you get quite a bit. And these ones are for sensitive skin, which is also good because, I have an issue with anything down there. I can't use baby oil or lube or anything. I'm very sensitive to that kind of stuff. So, anyways. So, yeah. So, I recommend these. More so for periods, but it's your preference. It's whatever you use. But I would say use those every time you... Well, I mean... I guess if it depends though on how you're using the pull-up. Because if you're using the pull-up like you would for normal, like how you would everyday use, then just use it. Wait, I just lost my train of thought, guys. Yeah, so this video, I'm going to say this now. I didn't mention this. This video is for people who are not 24/7. And people who don't use their pull-ups or whatever. Because, like, these ones I can't use. They're just aesthetics. But yeah, I would not recommend the children's pull-ups. I would actually recommend the adult pull-ups. Because as you can see, they've got bigger sides. So they won't, and they stretch more, so they won't leak as easily. I have not tried it with any other pull-ups other than those kind. The 2 times I have tried it. So I'll have to try it with these and see how they do. But if you're actually using the actual bathroom and not just using these, like in lieu of pads and stuff, they're great. Unless you're super heavy, you can literally use, I would say, put one of these on in the morning and change it before you go to bed if you're going to do it that way. Or I would honestly recommend these more for nighttime sleep, because I tend to leak through sometimes at night, because I don't always get the ones with wings. Because I usually buy my pads from the dollar store. So like they sit, so like sometimes I'll leak. But like I said, I don't recommend those. I recommend these ones, or like any, like not just these ones, not these specifically, because I've never tried these ones, but like adult pull-ups, no, baby ones. I mean, you can also use adult diapers too, but they're more expensive, so I really wouldn't. I mean, if you're just using them in lieu of pads or whatever.
Don't you dare. No.
So
Can you stop eating my charger block?
So basically, I know this was really confusing and really awkward and really weird. So basically, my whole spiel is pads or pull-ups are really great for periods. When you're doing something like on your first day when you're in too much pain and can't get out of bed and like, you know, and you're going to be stuck in bed all day. Like, they're great for that. Then you don't have to get up and change a million times. But when you do get up to go to the bathroom, if you're not going to be going in the pull-up, I do recommend using a wipe every time. Just so that you stay clean. It's really not good to sit in pads for too long when they're full. But these give you a little more room. Because I wore one, because yesterday I wore mine put it on right before I got my period till right before I went to bed last night. And one of these ones, this one, and it wasn't even fully used. I still could have kept using it, but because of the way like I was sitting and it was moving and stuff and shifting, I was afraid like it was like leaking and stuff. And the other thing too is taking those off. I do recommend ripping them, not just taking them off normal, because less mess. And I prefer these the actual wipes for lady parts, but it's whatever your preference is. If you use baby wipes or whatever you use, I just highly recommend wipes over toilet paper. Make sure that you're getting really clean so that you're not sitting in it. So it's as close to putting on a fresh pull-up or a fresh pad as possible. So yeah. So that's my little speech on that. I guess I will catch you on the flip side. Bye, guys.